We don't usually see too many big transfers happen in the January transfer window, but this time around, with everything happening everywhere, we're expecting some really crazy things to happen. Of course, some will come as huge surprises to everyone, but we have our eyes on a few that are almost certain to happen, and we're here to talk about them today. These are 7 players expected to make big moves in the January transfer window. We'll start with Antoine Semenyo. He seems like the most obvious one, doesn't he? He's been linked with Liverpool, Man United and a couple of big other clubs, and it appears that he'll be jumping ship once the January window opens. The Ghana international has proven to be one of the most prolific, most versatile and most energetic attackers in the league. And you can see how he'll massively improve every team he's currently linked to. Also, with a release clause of £65 million in January, the 25-year-old seems like an absolute steal for any top club. You look at all of this and you just expect Semenyo to make a big move in January. And for the player, an upgrade will always be very tempting. He's surely thankful to Bournemouth, but when the most successful clubs in the country are calling your phone, it's hard not to pick up, even if it's halfway into the season. But while Man United are really looking to bring in Semenyo in January, they seem almost certain to lose Kobbie Mainoo. He simply hasn't been seeing enough playing time this season, and he's already made it known that he wants to leave the club to play more. In fact, he wanted to leave at the beginning of the season, knowing the coach would not play him enough, but it was blocked. With his minutes having not improved since then, we're expecting a massive push this January. Mainoo wants to play at his first ever World Cup next summer, and he simply won't if he keeps feeding on scraps in terms of minutes at Man United. He might not leave on a permanent transfer, but a loan move is very likely. And there are lots of clubs who are interested in the 20-year-old, and we mean a whole lot, including, according to reports, Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Chelsea. Oh, and you know another reason why it's seeming more and more likely that Mainoo will leave in January? The footballer's brother wore a very interesting shirt to Man United's last home game against Bournemouth, a game that Mainoo once again didn't start. That shirt had a pretty clear message: free Kobbie Mainoo. Of course, the player himself has to remain professional, but when his brother's putting out a message like that, you know he's probably echoing the thoughts of the midfielder. Now, there's another 20-year-old English midfielder on this list. Can you guess who we're talking about here? Take a shot at it in the comments and we'll see if you're right soon. While you're there, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so that you never miss out on our amazing content. Meanwhile, on the other end of the age spectrum, Thiago Silva is also expected to make a big move in January. The 41-year-old defender has said goodbye to Fluminense after spending a year and a half there in his third stint. But he's not done just yet. Everyone thought he would retire at Fluminense, the club where his football dreams began. But reliable reports are now saying that he still wants to move to a new club and continue playing football. But not only does he want to move to a new club, he wants to return to Europe in January. The former Chelsea man has his eyes on the 2026 World Cup, and he believes that he can go to Europe and do enough in 6 months to prove to Ancelotti that he deserves a spot in the Brazil squad. Also, his family lives in Europe and he'd like to be closer to family, hence his desire to return to Europe. We saw Silva at the Club World Cup, and it's obvious that he's still a very solid centre-back. His experience and brilliance will be very valuable to a number of clubs in Europe, so we should expect a big move for him. Another Brazilian who could make a big move in January is Rodrygo. It's quite clear that he's not one of Xabi Alonso's favourites, so he might be thinking of leaving in January to go where he can play more regularly. And you know what makes this one very interesting? After the Champions League game against City, Pep Guardiola went up to Rodrygo and told him that he's very, very good and that he's a player from another level. Pep truly admires the winger, and that's not much of a surprise as he tried to sign him in the summer. Considering Pep apparently still thinks highly of the Brazilian despite his goal-scoring drought this season, a move could really happen in January. Rodrygo might see this as an opportunity to do more to convince Ancelotti ahead of the World Cup. And heading to a club as big as Man City and playing under a coach like Pep Guardiola must be massive motivations for him. So, is a big move possible for the Brazilian attacker this January? You bet it is.
Hello YouTube family, Merry Christmas and a huge Happy New Year to all of you. With the 2026 World Cup on the way, the energy in the football world is already building, and we are thrilled to be sharing it with this amazing community. To celebrate, we have lined up some holiday surprises in the Goal 90 shop, A bunch of your favourite jerseys are already up to 50% off. Shipping is on us, and because you are part of our YouTube fam, you can grab an extra 10% off with the code YouTubeFam. Thanks for all the love and support. 2026 is going to be massive. Let's enjoy every moment together.
A big move is also very possible for Marc Guéhi. Crystal Palace blocked what looked like a done deal in the summer, and the player wasn't the happiest about it, and so refused to sign a new deal at the club. This means that the January transfer window is the last time the London club can make any money from the departure of their captain, so they will be a little motivated to sell. Guéhi is a highly sought-after defender right now, but Liverpool still lead the race, and amidst their crisis and Konaté's drop in form, they might be looking at this one as a necessary signing in January. Now, another centre-back who's expected to make a big move in January is the legend Sergio Ramos. He has already announced his departure from Monterrey, but he's not done with football just yet, and we might even see him return to Europe in January. Naturally, he's been linked with his former club Real Madrid. They currently have something of an injury crisis in the defence and might need some augmentation in January. Considering his connections with the club, you get the feeling that if they call him, he'll be very willing to return and help the club. But he's also been linked with a move to Manchester United. Over there, Maguire and De Ligt are injured. Lissandro is just returning from an ACL injury, while Heaven and Yoro are just too young and inexperienced. Looking at all of this, bringing in Ramos seems smart, even if it's on a short-term deal. The club will definitely benefit from his leadership and experience. We're sure that Ramos himself will fancy trying out a new challenge at the twilight of his career, and of course, the Premier League is usually very appealing to a lot of professionals. Now, remember we said that there's another 20-year-old English midfielder on this list. Yep, it's Jobe Bellingham. He moved to Dortmund in the summer, leaving Sunderland after helping them gain promotion to the Premier League. And right now, he might be having some regrets. Everyone thought things would go for him exactly how they went for his brother after his Dortmund move, but that hasn't been the case. The Club World Cup sold so many dreams, but immediately the regular season started, we began to see something different. His performances dropped massively, and the whole thing with his parents and the Dortmund staff early on in the season didn't really help his case at all. Jobe has started just 5 league games for Borussia Dortmund this season, and he really might have played his last game for the club already. He was shown a red card in the Bundesliga game against Freiburg and was given a 2-game ban for that, which means that he can't play any other game for the club until 2026. But the question now is, will he still be at the club in January? Reports say that Man United are keeping a close eye on him. Maybe the kid will fancy a return to England as soon as possible, but whether that happens or not, looking at how much he struggled in Germany, we expect Jobe to make a big move in January. Now, are there more players you expect to make a big move once the January transfer window opens? Drop their names and potential destinations in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
The world's biggest tournament is coming, and the official FIFA World Cup 26 Tri-Under competition ball is here at the Goal 90 shop. Designed for the game's biggest stage, it's built for precision, speed and control. Right now, you can make it yours with 30% off plus free shipping. Don't just watch the World Cup, own a piece of it. Visit goal90.shop today and order now.
Do you want to make money with affiliate marketing? Join the Goal90 Shop affiliate program and start earning today. Get your unique affiliate link and exclusive discount coupon to share with your audience. Every sale made through your link earns you a 10% commission. No limits, just real earnings. Don't miss out. Turn your influence into income now.